Hi, good morning. Thanks for dropping in today. I hope you are well. So what I'm bringing for you today is a chart from the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. And what this is showing is the spread in wealth distribution across the United States citizenry over the last 30 years. And basically what this shows is how us in the middle and lower classes are getting poorer while the elites get wealthier. And there's two different options to look at this. One is the levels as measured in the dollar, and the other is in share percentage. Okay, and we start on the left at 1989. You can see here it's the top 1%. In 1989 had 23.4% of the wealth, and whereas the bottom 50% had 3.7% of the wealth, as measured, as comparable in the dollar in 1989. And that point's going to be important when I come back and go to the levels view, because it's going to show you exactly what's going on with our fiat currency. Okay, so right now I'm going to go to the other side of the chart and show you the comparison, and then we're going to go across and keep the box up so you can see the percentage rate change over the last 30 years. So you can see here, top 1% increased by about 8 percentage points, 31.7%. The top 10% increased by about 5%, I believe. And then the bottom, or the 50th to 90th percentile actually decreased about 7 percentage points. And then the bottom 50% decreased nearly by half as well. So what this is showing you is the wealth gap is widening. And when the wealth gap widens, society becomes less stable than it was previously. Okay, so now I'm going to run this whole chart across. So you can see here the comparison from the previous. Whereas the top 1% is getting wealthier, you see, and then the top 9% is staying about the same, whereas the top 50 to 90% has lost wealth. All right, now we're going to go across here slow so I can let you watch how the numbers change as we go. Feel free to go back and pause if you want to. That's why I'm doing this for you. You can also just Google what I showed you at the beginning. That title, if you just Google that title, distributional financial accounts, and this comes right up. So now what we'll do is we'll go to the levels in dollars. And what this shows you is, this shows you that back here the dollar had a lot more value in 1989 than it does today, because all these additional fiat dollars were created over the last 30 years. And you see, if we don't increase the same amount of goods and services available for those dollars to be purchased with, then overall the purchasing power of that unit of currency decreases, and therefore it takes more dollars to purchase the same amount of goods and services. Now, along with that, it's taking more of our time and energy to collect those dollars, especially if you're getting a paycheck and nothing else. And that's why a lot of households have had to go to 2-income households in order to keep food on the table and put roofs over the head. That wasn't a problem in the 1800s. It wasn't a problem into the early to mid-1900s either. Only since we left the gold standard in 1971 as the government ran continuous deficits, printed ever more money to do, ever more currency to do so, and put the population in this position. So I hope that was helpful, insightful. I think it's a great chart to look at, something to reflect upon. So what are you going to do about it? Taxes are going up. Government's printing more and more currency every day. How are you going to protect yourself and your family? All right then, this is Jared H. Smith, and you can be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with others. I think it's important information we need to get out there for people to make better informed decisions about the economy they're having to live and work in. All right, that's all from the Smith Circle and Liberty Accelerator program. We'll see you next time.